Hello, and welcome back. It is time to finish the current Hildebrand hijinks saga. I know last time we left off with only a couple more quests left in this saga. Because sadly my throat was getting real rough with all the voice acting. But we'll finish it up today, and then probably dip our toes into the Manderville weapon questline. Get a feel for that. I haven't looked into it at all, but I have a feeling that there's gonna probably be some sort of material hunting that you have to do. Some form of, like, doing dungeons multiple times, or killing mobs a bunch of times. Something in order to get the materials you need to upgrade your weapon to the next tier. I doubt that they'll just say, do this quest, and you're done. I mean, I would appreciate it. Because it would mean that I could just blitz on through, get all the weapons I want. But I feel like there's gonna be... I feel like it's gonna be a bit more involved. So we'll dip our toes in, see what it's all about, and then after that, it's time to do more demos. Gotta blitz through some more demos for Steam Next Fest. Because it ends on Monday. So let's get to it, shall we? What? Now, what happened to my webcam here? Which, huh? Huh? Hang on. If I do this, no, that doesn't. Stick to this. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I need to... There we go. Yeah. OBS was doing something funky with it. Alright. Now I'm the proper size. Let's walk on over. Also, Ellie is looking fancy, fabulous. And she left. Okay. Sorry for complimenting you, Ellie. What's up, Hildebrand? You! I see the two of you are eager as ever to observe my inspectorial genius at work. Ah, the long-term fans are often the most ardent.
As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist we know to have been traveling with Master Papu's comrade.
Every time I look at him, all I can think is RuneScape.
I mean, that is to say, I am merely following in the inspector's wake.
You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandyhild.
'Tis wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you in all, to you all in any respect, for I am but a copy, and a flawed one at that.
Stuff and nonsense. Clone or not, self-deprecation is unbecoming in a Mandeville man.
Exactly! The things you can do are amazing!
Oh, I don't know about that.
'Twas you who saved Junasia from certain doom, was it not? While not quite as alacritious as mine, your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective.
'Tis kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. I only hope my meager contributions are of some small assistance.
Bro. Too modest by half. I'd say his mental faculties far surpass those of the original.
That's enough chin-wagging amongst ourselves, I think. Let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary.
You saw him go running. Running off after Nashu. Bro. She's right there. You're lucky she's asleep all the time. You're not very good at hiding. Also, the sounds of the wind-up Papu walking. Squeak, 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 squeak. Now he's... Look at him.
Yes, I know of one whom you speak. A fellow fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary, who set off for war-torn Garlemald to sell his medicines. A reckless fool, if you ask me. I've no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it. If so, I suggest you head to Usakayik and hear the tale for yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there gathering shellfish.
Look at him. Nod, nod.
Yeah. Screenshot. Not. That's just a beautiful etherite here. Marvelous. I don't feel like walking around. I'm just gonna take a quick flight. Fishmonger.
Do I know any apothecaries in Ratatan? Of course, more than I can count. I've not heard tell of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. Seems like a terrible idea to me. What with civil war raging and the world almost ending. The situation's improved in recent days. But even so, the Radiant Host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible.
A lone merchant trading alone? Impossible, she says. I know of many merchants who travel abroad to ply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You'd have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some
kind of trade agreement with the Garleans, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. Uh-huh.
Master Hildebrand, I have some news.
Ah, Junasia, I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine.
I had one fisherman who had some information.
Oh, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Then let us gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicitous fisherman.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. You... Are you gonna, like, come out and say anything, or are you just gonna keep spying on us from, like, 5 feet away?
The story of my apothecary friend? Oh, you must mean Baharasaf. Well, I was near enough to calling it a day anyway. So, here's what I can tell you. Baharasaf comes from a very poor family and, growing up, never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at a succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most gil. But his stock never sold as well as he hoped. So, when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely the middle of a war was the best place to sell medicines. More like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture. But while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Baharasaf was practically euphoric when I saw him again. A God-given blessing he'd found in the snowfields had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit I laughed at first.
The alien ship's replicator.
But then he showed me a gleaming mountain of the stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Van Hoody, a word which brings to mind the bounty of the divine.
A name I have heard. He's the rising star in the markets, is he not? The one snapping up commercial ventures left and right.
Yes. Van Hoody has certainly made his ambitions known here in Favner, especially when he attempted to purchase the entire port of Yedlemat. The dockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historic landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I heard, he'd converted the gilded Araya into a private abode, and has been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Azura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper of hers, even as a child.
I've encountered much Manusia and Mergalore in Ratatan, yet I recall no mentions of this Asura.
Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she is not well loved by the common folk. Baharasaf is different, though. He sees life as a constant battle to amass wealth, and it is to Asura whom he prays for victory. And me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy become merchant royalty. A man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for simple fishermen. Even those who were once dear friends. If you'll excuse me, I really must leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know.
How about that, eh? Our sought-after apothecary and the upstart merchant prince were one and the same.
Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant?
Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us when folk were turning into beasts? Well, some nasty-looking creature just showed up outside town. One of our guards went to confront it, but I don't like her odds against that thing.
This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand! Oh,
Wrong one. This sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith.
Hildebrand, not Brandenhild, Hildebrand.
He's got a little body attached to the big body. I thought you destroyed that monster.
Yeah, apparently he's somehow indestructible.
I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lesson, Shiny Skull Man?
lesson? What are you on about? Cease this babbling and get out of my way! Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule.
Van Hoody? Van Hoody? The merchant who tried to buy Yedlamad? So he put you up to this?
Curses! How did you manage to deduce our dastardly plan?
You just blurted it. You blurted it out.
Silence! No one who learns of our scheme can be suffered to live. Prepare to be squashed, meddlesome worms.
What? What? Oh, the saucer.
3 more sinister skullmen. Was the doctor a quadruplet?
Yeah, you better back up. It won't save you, but... Julian.
Mother?
Vexatious vermin! This will soften you up.
spike ball? Apparently it was a bomb.
Bah, a lucky hit.
Another one. Yeah? Bring it. What? The slider. Hildebrand? Everybody else runs away. And now she walks away. Hildebrand.
One last pitch.
You got this. You got it, buddy. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that my character was left-handed. Last I checked, they were right-handed. Guess they're a left-handed batter.
Unlimited heavy hitter special.
But that was my best ball!
Too bad. Should have thrown another slider. Yeah, buddy, we're not citizens. We are a bit more than that.
I've come to expect father's sudden appearances, but what brings you here, mother? A proposition from that merchant Van Hoody. As a matter of fact, I'm accompanying your dad on as a manager for Manderville and Manderville, and we were just on our way to the Brooks mansion.
I've already refused Master Van Hoody once before, when he tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. 'Tis quite an attractive offer, considering fine jewelry is our stock and trade. And we thought to at least listen to his proposal.
Something tells me that gold isn't really real gold.
But if he would purposefully command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public port,
We cannot do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not.
Where did all those lackeys come from in the first place? Is there a hulking, weaponized brute manufactory around here somewhere? Well, there's a saucer.
As I suspected, my ship's vaporization beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter.
So you can copy inorganic materials as well. How interesting. Why would you think it's relegated only to organic matter? That seems an odd assumption to make.
Once the matter duplication facility has analyzed an object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. Yet it cannot create matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process.
Core, you sure do know a lot about a lot, Inspector Brandyhild. Even alien starships.
It is no great achievement. As I've mentioned, the gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the Starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions.
Assuming I understand this correctly, is it possible Van Hoody is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold?
We share the same suspicion, Master Delian. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals.
Of course! It is the obvious conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume that Van Hoody is either threatening or deceiving Master Papu's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Our course of action is clear. We march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage.
I mean, something tells me they're not hostage per se. But still. The fact that he's sending these giant machines to go harass a port, not good.
We must confront this malicious merchant at once.
If your heart's set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Van Hoody's invitation included a private airship flight to his new estate.
We still need to formally reject his deal anyways. And his plot will be waiting. His pilot will be waiting. Dear friend, our mystery gift Gobbert is ready to lead you to Van Hoody's waiting pilot.
Shall we be on our way? We're to meet Van Hoody's pilot atop the rise just south of Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya's footsteps. Let's go.
Here we go. Hello, private airship pilot.
Lord Gottbert, Lady Julian. This is quite the retinue you have. And entourage?
Pray excuse our presumptuousness. My son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet with the illustrious Master Van Hoody.
I see. One moment, if you please. Lord Van Hoody should be glad to welcome you all to his home. Pray, step aboard and I shall take you there directly.
Quite the mansion he has here. And what is that down there? Doesn't look good. You're Van Hoody.
Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you traveled all the way from distant Uldar, a pleasant backdrop to our talks was the least I could provide. And what an unexpected boon this is. I had been debating when to extend you a personal invitation. But now here you are, like a wish come true.
Save your act for the magistrates, Van Hoody. We know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You will cease this exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Papu at once.
Unraveled all my schemes, have you? Good. I needn't waste my breath on tedious explanations, then. This is Master Papu, I presume. I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes? As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to duplicating a quite frankly obscene amount of gold. But that was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Would not the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the vaunted Warrior of Light as the template for my clone army, we could conquer this and every other land in creation.
That's not a bad idea. No, I refuse. Categorically and emphatically.
Being very verbose lately.
A pity. Yet I anticipated you would prove an impediment to my ascension. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Lugay's ritual of manifestation.
What's up with those weird-looking towers?
All was prepared long in advance of your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I had but to clone myself. After all, who was more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me?
Sir?
Divine Asura, take up thy blades and wage war upon mine earthly rival.
Well. Looks like we're gonna have to fight a primal.
Hildebrand?
Nay, Hildebrand. Against the primal we may be more hindrance than help. We dare not remain within its sphere of influence.
It will, temper you. So.
Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal.
Everyone out. I'm the one with the echo. Of many faces, I see. And many arms.
The Gilded Araya now exists. I call upon thee!
Voice, First, I guess we'll see if anyone happens to be 8 people though? Yeah, no, wait times 2. We shall have to attempt to gather some allies. Party. Party Finder. No Party Finder's running right now. Gilded Araya. Pretty completion. Now we wait. Awesome. This music is still really loud. Let's turn that down. It's good music, but don't want to have to shout over it. I call upon thee, warriors from across the realm. The seat of Azem calls. Come to my aid. Does this? Yeah, I doubt I could take an 8-man level 90 trial alone at level 100. So, that's DPS especially. Hey, Cassandra. Howdy. Well, we've got a tank and 8 DPS. Finishing up Hildebrand's hijinks. Afterwards, Manderville weapons. Manderville weapons 3. And more demos. We've got quite a few to go through. This Steam Next Fest. Kind of surprised, you know, it's Saturday. Oh, Eden's Gate's filling up, but not my Gilded Araya. Of course, this is like at the end of this whole Hildebrand storyline, so I suppose that does limit our pool of players that can join us. Right? I wonder if we got one level 100 healer. Do you think we could go with just that? One tank, one DPS, one healer, all level 100 for a level 90 trial? I feel like we could probably do it with that. Though it might be a little difficult still. This music still sounds really loud. Let me turn it like way down here. Yeah, I'm surprised at how little there is on here, being as it's a Saturday. You know? We are. So, if you missed it, yesterday we played some demos on stream. They were all good. All good demos. One of them, or maybe it was a combination, it was probably a combination of things. Kinda tried to eat my PC alive. I ended up having to restart. It's all very relaxed, isn't it? What's all very relaxed? What is it? It said more 30 minutes. At least for a full party. There's also only 3 other parties recruiting, it looks like. Yeah, oof. Well, I guess, maybe there's a lot of people. There may be a lot of crossover between Final Fantasy XIV players and Monster Hunter Wilds players, because that game just came out. No, I haven't. Huh. No. Maybe I should. I'd have to get to a speaker rate. Oh, I have to get to a... Hang on. Limbs and Lemons, I know can do it, but... Yeah, so... sheets. So I don't know. Oh, yeah, you can visit whatever. If you return to your home world, if you do not log in again within 30 days, you'll be returned after more than 30 days have passed. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other worlds that. Oh, Lilu. Cost me like, yeah. Hello. Oh, wait. Oh no. Lisan. I was like, hello, Lilu. But then I saw it was Lysandra saying hi, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that was just Lysandra saying hi to Lilu. Now, I feel like Lilu is a Lalafell. Just based on the name. Lalafells tend to have those kinds of names. Repetitive names. But hey, we've got 3 people. We've got 2 DPS and a tank. I know warriors can heal themselves, but not nearly as much as a healer could. I feel like if we can get a healer, I think we'll be set to go. Since we're all level 100. But yeah, if you missed yesterday, we played a game called Glum, a first-person booter. You kick. It's first person, but you kick things. You kick barrels into people, you kick tables into people, you kick people into people. You just kick things around. It was a fun little game. Or demo. And then there's Skin Deep, where you play as an insurance agent. Oh, never mind. Awesome. I think we can start now. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna need all 8 people. We've got 3 DPS, a healer, and a tank. Check gear for repairs. Yeah, my gear's all good. I've had it at very good condition. So, yeah, all 100%. I'll put out already check. Yes. Cool. Let's do it. We do have it set to unrestricted. Good, good, good. Gilded Araya. Whoops, Gilded Araya. Join. There we go. Commence. Let's try it. The Gilded Araya. Asura. False Malaysia. Huh?
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive.
Oh, I should say
Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge, or will you bleed?
that was tight space in there.
The frail shall fall.
Who is this Kappa man over here? Kappa Samurai.
You've not time to blink.
Yeah? Indeed. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Tremble before the might of the Manusha. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Revel on the bloody field of war. The spirit of battle awakens.
Yeah.
Sharp is the lesson.
Sharp.
The weak shall perish.
Kaioken.
Hear the gleaming edge.
Okay. I was like, that cut close.
Unmerciful light shine upon you.
Didn't quite make that one.
Behold the sixfold blade.
Wait, when did I get another stack?
Fury be my strength.
Do I want to be on the side that it showed or the opposite?
I will scatter your bones.
Kaioken.
Show me your steel.
Vulnerability.
The spirit of battle awakens. is the lesson. Show me your steel.
Yep.
Fear the gleaming edge.
Yeah,
She's got some cool lines.
Unmerciful light shine upon you.
Oh, what? Well.
Behold the six-fold blade. Whew.
No problem. Everybody just left? Okay.
Good show, Genasia. 'Twould seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the radiant host of that despicable Van Huri's wrongdoings.
the Divine Asura defeated. Turn the wheel! We flee for now! Who's flying the starship without my permission? That treasure is mine and mine alone!
You called your vessel, Master Poo-Poo.
No, I did not. It's my friend's ship.
Dude, why are you cowering?
Look at him.
Just check out. Okay.
At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand.
I am so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. But why did you open fire on the airship? Didn't that man help you after your crash? He did, at first. He pulled me from the wreckage and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. So in return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired, and taught him the basics of starship technology. But that resolved to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected by one of this star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out to the jungle, and there left me to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction, and then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant sentient life forms here are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It is the only way to guarantee our survival. No. They are not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until they laze you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colors.
reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized. We're all in the vicinity.
Think! If I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse the considerable distance to the starship, but I can conceive of no logical solution.
Inspector Brandyhild, you must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me to the vessel.
I too have calculated that Lord Godbert's signature techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion. Yet there is a flaw in my proposal. I lack the strength to properly perform the throw, and I've no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me.
Here he goes. Skyward, as only a Mandeville can! I lost my grip.
Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift... Wrong voice. Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift in posture should generate enough lift and processional motion to... Yes, I can still make it.
Boomeranging around. Hey, Brandyhild?
Tis too late. The reactor is going critical. There's only one way to save the day.
No. 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 No! Brandyhild! Inspector Brandyhild!
Our brief time together was more than a defective clue.
goes. Woo! Is this case closed for Inspector Brandehild?
Nay, my loyal assistant. As a chip off the old gentleman, our dear Brandyhild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again, mark my words.
You rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with high-intensity plasma blasts. Even at the cost of one of your own. If only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness, but alas.
There is naught to forgive. With his blocky constitution, Inspector Brandenhild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Papu, you are a friend of ours. And what are a few minor plasma burns among friends, eh?
Our home planet, it was lost to the phenomenon you called the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos at the time.
Yep, final days.
Our explorations, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find, whether it was populated or not. If the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, then we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So it was that I arrived at your miraculous planet. Lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos, I blundered into a mundane war zone where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest you already know. Having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. Those touched by the despair of the final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it would seem that, in a sense, we fell prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there is nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much to ask for us to live here on your star?
Well, of course you must stay! Mother, father, I have adopted 2 more children. I am a father thricefold. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel.
What? Excuse me? Mummy! Mummy!
Oh, Inspector, not again! Wait for me!
Never a dull moment around
At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes.
Not with an impervious Mandavillian on board.
Funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the Mandeville family tree, 'twas made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago.
Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien progenitor of the Mandeville line? Then how do you explain your unnatural sturdiness?
When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, 'tis not one's lineage which matters, but rather the unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline be broken, House Mandeville shall live on through us.
If the begoggled boy can't swallow that explanation, I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could be that you and Hilde have tapped into that cosmic essence.
If that's the case, then you must be positively swimming in it, my dear. Everything appears to be under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we?
Run! Run! Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Weren't you inside the saucer? Hildebrand! Hildebrand!
Hello, Delian.
Thanks to an enlightening conversation with Master Prepare on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. You needn't neglect your other commitments, of course, but I would welcome your continued cooperation. And with that, I bid you good day.
Thank you all for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases afore you know it.
Hello, you two. What'll you be doing?
You've gone above and beyond for us, Genasia, so I'd like you to have the one replicated starship we made. It doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board, but it will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call it whenever you wish. Aw, a mount. As for the two of us, we've decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything. We are fortunate indeed to have met you.
It seems Papu wasn't planning an invasion after all. He even tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Genasia. Your unfailing support during this entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Yeah. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Sharlayan and even travel to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And when my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. But this world yet harbors its share of the strange and the inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildebrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, then mayhap he's a product of a hyper-advanced civilization from the distant past? The descendant of some gruesome biological experiment?
Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplained phenomena, and I am the very man for the job. Whatever, bro. You do you, I guess. You'll never stop being a crazy conspiracy theorist. Blindingly bright. Alien blood never flowed in their veins. Their source of strength, an enigma remains. A dynamic folk, their clothing bespoke. A gentlemanly family, the good house Mandervilles. A true inspector is born from the heart. La la li la la, la da dee dee da. Tra la la, tra la da dee da, tra ra la dee da, ta la dee da, la li da. Off we go. There's that goblin. Hildebrand will return? I mean, yeah. During the Dawn Trail expansion. What you doing Zack squats for, huh? Ooh, punch in the air. Ooh. Wait, it's you! It's the stalker! Getting in shape. Are you trying to get as strong and resilient as a Manderville? Wait a minute. Ah! It changed trajectory! Whoa! What is this? Oh, we're actually gonna... I thought it would just fade to black and that would be it, but... Are we gonna see what crashed? It's Hildebrand, of course. Is it, actually? It surely it pulls out his stick disguise. Surely it's Hildebrand, or perhaps Brandehild? Brandehild! Zomba Brandehild. Or just Brandehild. He's fine. He's fine, everybody. He's all in one piece. Also, a gentleman to walk with me or catch funeral. Alpaca. Alteroite. UFO! UFO! At least 2 mounts must be favorited before using the mount roulette. Stable chocobos cannot be summoned via this method. While appearing to be identical to Papu's starship, this replica lacks certain functionalities, such as a matter duplication facility, which, in light of recent events, is probably for the best. It is also unable to shrink you to a size to fit in the cockpit, meaning you do not so much ride as you are dangled around in its tractor beam. I know I've seen a couple of people using that before. Let's pop over to Dark right now,
because we gotta check out these Mandervillian weapons. Please ensure you have changed your desired job before speaking with the House Mandeville manservant. I mean, this is a level 90 questline, and I've only got one option, and that's Dark Knight. I'd have to level... Yeah, Sage should work. Yeah, Sage works, but I'd have to level at 5 more levels, or I'd have to level, you know, Gunbreaker 20 levels, Astrologian Scholar or White Mage 30 levels, I don't know, Reaper 7 levels, Ninja 8, soon to be 7. But yeah, basically I'd have to do a lot of leveling in order to get any of them even close to starting it, so I might as well start it as Dark Knight, since it is repeatable, so you can repeat it as other jobs in order to get their weapons. Mistress Vasan, how wonderful to finally speak with you. Your cooperation in Lord Mandeville's weaponsmithing endeavor is highly appreciated. Regarding said endeavor, we've borrowed a corner of the High Crucible in which to base our crafting station. If you would be so kind as to follow me. Ba-da-ba. Sure. Way up there. Ethernet. Let's go. Our humble base of operations. You will no doubt be coming back and forth many times in the days ahead, so I strongly suggest that you attune to the city Ethernet, if you've not done so already. Oh, I've done so long ago. Otherwise, I trust you are all set to proceed. One moment whilst I inform Lord Mandeville of your arrival.
Aho! Welcome, Genosio, welcome. With your stalwart assistance added into the mix, I have every confidence that this adventure and forging will be a complete success. And so, let us begin with a detailed exposition on the history of Mandeville weaponry. First of all, when I say Mandeville weaponry, what I refer to is the series of masterpieces crafted by the legendary artisan Godbrand Mandeville, the first lord of House Mandeville. Made with mystical Mandarium, these purportedly peerless armaments are perhaps our most prized treasures, or at least they were, until someone misplaced them. Terrible housekeeping, that. Fortunately, the time-worn manual in which Godbrand penned his secrets is both intact and still within our possession. Thus, with the precious family heirloom in hand, and a ready supply of purest ore, I intend to recreate what was lost. The work, however, cannot proceed without a few more key ingredients. I should like to call upon you to procure said materials, as well as provide a seasoned adventurer's perspective on the fruits of our labor.
Gathering materials, I said so.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. As a goldsmith, crafting weaponry is akin to venturing into unknown territory, and I would place my trust only in the most proficient guides. Speaking of which, may I introduce one of the very best in the business. Come on over, my friend.
He's shirtless. That's how you can tell that he's a very proficient blacksmith. Bloody. I had a feeling you were the adventurer his lordship mentioned was helping out. Like a fly on when you catch a whiff of shiny new weapons, ain't you?
Come on, this'll be fun! It'll be fun, man! Yeah!
Oh, aye, like a barrel full of plague-ridden... Look at this gill-addled dandy I'm forced to hammer for. I'd rather drag me stones cross hot coals than forge yet another rich old trinkets.
Is that the way of it, then? I contacted Rowena, hoping to employ the talents of Eorze's finest smith. But as you clearly have no interest in providing me with your services, I shall hire another artisan. We can put this talk of stones and coals behind us.
Wait. You've got me all wrong, dear lordship. That was just a bit of smitty humor to lighten the mood. I would be honored to work on your Manderville weapon. So here's the thing. I already spent the coin this job will bring me on some right fancy bottles of Thavnarian liquor. I can't afford not to do it.
So that means we're back in business, yes? Marvelous! Ha 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 ha.
Aye, it's bloody splendid it is. Your crew is all present and accounted for, so let's get to smithing. First material gathering, but...
There's not I'd like to do more. Presently, however, there are 3 conundrums, which stand between us and making any Manderville armament a reality. The first of these is the devising of a method of working the Mandirium. From what I've been able to decipher from the manual, the process is quite demanding.
You just leave that to old Geralt. I've yet to meet a metal I can't beat into shape.
Aha! Then I shall cede that chore to your artisanal ingenuity. The second is the crafting of ornamentation, which will amplify the weapon's etheric intensity.
If it's a sturdy blade you need, then I'm your man. But fiddly bits of decoration are not in me smith and wheelhouse.
And 'tis fortunate that fiddling with bits is most assuredly in mine. Though it shall no doubt be a challenge, creating suitably exquisite adornments is a task well suited to me and my goldsmithing hammer. As for the third and final problem, wanting for resolution, we require a vial of Exalamandaville. If one has access to an industrial-sized alchemical furnace, it should be possible to extract this superlative mineral oil from Mandarium-rich meteorites.
Assuming I've understood what I heard of the process, this Exalamandra what's-it oil is key to maximizing ethereal conductivity.
And thanks to the good graces of the High Crucible, we have the extraction apparatus we require right here. All that remains is to collect 3 or so goodly chunks of Mandarium meteorite. That will be your charge, Genasi.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'll see about preparing materials for my share of the workload.
And I'll start stoking the flames. Sounds like we'll need them nice and hot. You'll start no. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take for me to get these chunks of Mandarium meteorite. Don't stoke the fires too soon. You'll be wasting all that stoking. Oh, Rowena asked me to tell you something. Seems like one of her lackeys has so bloody conveniently set up shop over by the Aetheryte, and just might have the meteorite chunks we need. Oh, well then. Last by the name of Jabruna, I think it was. Could save you some searching, but she sure as ain't giving out Skyrocks for free. Of course. A saga of hammers and heroes. Manderville weapons. Let's go check out her stall then. Jabruna. Tombstone exchange, eh? Well, maybe it won't be too bad. You must be the famous Genasia. Mistress Rowena said to expect you, and to assist with any procurement requests. Yeah. Manderville meteorite? Mandarium meteorite? Mandarium meteorite? Why, yes, we happen to have
cornered the market on that particular asset. Only so many of them fall from the sky, you see, and collectors offer top gill for such rarities. In your case, however, I've been instructed to request payment in an alternative currency. Say it with me now. Tomestones. Allagan Tomestones. The going rate is 500 Allagan Tomestones of Poetics for 1 chunk of Mandirium Meteorite. I'll be here whenever you're ready to make the trade.
So I've got those, right? Yeah. I've got 2,000, so. And I need 3? That's a lot. It's fine. I needed something to spend some tomestones on anyway, because I was full up. But that is a lot. Still, we won't have to do quite so much scrounging around for materials. It might just be gather tomestones, spend them on the material.
Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your. Let's see the goods.
Your speech is so crass, Geralt.
Aye, these are proper skyrocks, and no mistake. Gumbard's not back yet, but I reckon we can get a head start on extracting that special oil of his.
I feel like he should be here. You know? I feel like that might be important. Don't want to screw this up.
Bugger, this might as well be cooking grease for all the conductivity it's got.
Cooking grease for all the conductivity it's got.
I must have botched one of those steps. But which one? Pretty sure I followed them instructions to the letter.
This is why we should have waited for him to get here.
There was no fault in your process, Master Geralt.
Oh, good. I started to think that he was not wearing a shirt.
Oh? Then how do you explain this bottle of weak sitting on me anvil? It has yet to undergo the final treatment. An advanced oil pressing technique passed down through generations of Mandeville lubricant enthusiasts.
It'll take more than some enthusiastic oil pressing to bring this liquid up to snuff.
Oh, ye of little faith. Observe! Egads, man. What in the are you stripping down to your small clothes for? I should have known you were just some degenerate fop. Patience, Master Geralt. This is merely the prelude.
Here he goes.
Behold the mighty squat of a Mandeville man!
Uh-huh.
That should be enough to get the juices flowing. Now to demonstrate the aforementioned technique. A single drop of potently empowered Mandeville perspiration.
Guiding the sweat drop, the single sweat droplet down the arm.
Dear gods, it's full of stars. But that don't change anything. You're still just an eccentric old bugger prancing about and sweating on things. Maybe so, but look closer, Master Geralt. Thus is the Exalamandeville made ready. What do you mean, ready? All you did was add your drippings. Bugger me! It ain't possible. Don't suppose you're gonna explain this, are you? One does not simply reveal the tricks of one's trade, especially long-guarded family traditions. As a fellow professional, I'm sure you understand. Aye, well, makes no difference to me. Wouldn't be caught dead doing them creepy poses. Racing banter aside, I do believe this puts us in possession of all the necessary components. 'Tis your time to shine, Master Geralt. Oh, I'll shine, all right. You're a cut above the average craftsman, I'll grant you that. But you've still a few rungs to climb. Best shield your eyes, ladies and gents, 'cause my work is positively blinding.
Is it though? That sword looks pretty sick.
Success! Just as I predicted. That right there is a collaborative masterpiece. The Manderville Zweihander. That I would live to see my ancestors' wondrous forge work created. You've made me a happy Manderville man, Josiah.
Let's not break out the bubbly booze just yet, your lordship. We've got a ways to go before we can call our work finished.
Master Geralt is quite right. I've neglected to properly explain that this is but the first stage of a much grander creation. The bare bones of the weaponry, if you will.
Aye, now begins the endless chore of refinement, which means I'll be stuck here for gods know how long.
I'm loath to monopolize your time, my good blacksmith, but the manual is written in a most confounding cipher. I'm not even certain when I will finish decoding the next step in the process.
So I'm to sit idle then? At least I have a few bottles of quality liquor to keep me company. He did pay you in advance.
A regrettable yet unavoidable delay. Let us reconvene when the manual has given up its secrets, shall we? Meanwhile, I'll leave the weaponry in your battle-hardened hands. When next we meet, your report of its performance will be indispensable in guiding our improvements. Ah, and should you wish to experiment with a different variety of Manderville weapon, then his highly trained House Manderville artisan is at your service. I've imparted to him the necessary techniques for facilitating this initial stage of crafting. It requires only a contribution of Mantyrium meteorite to forge a weapon of your choosing.
Another near-naked... What do you Manderville folk have against trousers? Welcome to the Manderville... Manderville... I'm trying to think of a word that starts with M that could mean crazy wild ride. You know what? I don't even want to know. Just leave the smithing to me. When I do a job, I do it right.
Very well. Then I shall return anon. I am most eager to see the next stage of our masterpiece take shape.
Manderville Zweihander, with 2 materia slots. And, oh, actually, I think it has 2, you can change the colors, I think. 2 die slots. A repeatable quest is now available from the House Mandeville Artisan at the High Crucible of Alchemia. This quest may be accepted to create Mandeville weapons for other jobs. Please ensure you have changed to your desired job before speaking with the House Mandeville Artisan. So that's the repeatable quests. Here it is. Very Dark Knight coded. Also, this is a bludgeoning weapon. This is not a slashing weapon. This is a bludgeoning weapon right here. My goodness. It is so thick. And yeah, it looks like you could dye it with a couple of dyes. Let's see. I could dye it with this, and then also... Yeah, I should actually probably this here, and then like... That looks sick. Look at that. Yeah. Ooh, actually, I wonder. So for this one, what if metallic blue though? I'd have to look at trying to match my clothes. But yeah, I think that could look pretty good. I do actually like that, and then maybe making this one match the clothes a bit more. Something like that. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. So if I do this. Oh, okay, hang on. What? How do I... How do I favorite? Oh, can I... Yeah. Favorited die 1. Yeah, so then I can just go. Anyways, just wanted to take a look at that. Looks pretty cool. Stats-wise, it's of course not as good as my level 94 weapon, which is item level 663. But this weapon will get better. This is just the first stage. Let's take a look at the second stage quest. Please note that upon completing the quest well oiled, you will receive a Mandeville weapon for a Dark Knight. Yes. Well oiled. Uh-oh. Geralt is immediately shooing you away, which means he must have something to share. Changing classes or jobs prevent blah blah blah. We'll see how involved this quest is. Janasia, how are you finding that Mandeville weaponry of yours? I mean, it's looking pretty cool.
Seeing as mine was the hand at the forge, the answer you're looking for is bloody marvelous. Still, I can always be better. Or it can always be better. And it sounds like Godbert's ready to build on the bare bones of what we've produced so far.
I shall call upon his lordship.
You do that, naked man.
Genosia, so good of you to come. I've had my nose buried in that mystifying manual for what feels like an age or more, but my decoding efforts have at last borne delicious fruits. It would seem that to further enhance the ethereal conductivity of our weaponry, we must apply yet another variety of meteorite, much as one produces sparks by smashing one rock against another. A rare chondrite in this case. The true key to the process, however, is something rather more intangible.
Well, don't leave us hanging, you overdramatic peacock. Tell us already.
My ancestors' tome is, well, it is as much journal as it is instructional guide, and Godbrand details a history of failure to elevate his creations. As he was an accomplished warrior as well, he thus removed himself to the furthest reaches of the wilds, where he sought to vent his frustrations upon the most fearsome fiends that crossed his path. A post-battle clarity filled his spirit, and, miracle of miracles, his very next attempt at augmentation was a resounding success. So you see, the missing ingredient in Godbrand's recipe for refinement was the sublime tranquility achieved in the wake of an invigorating victory. I myself received the blessing of battle-based enlightenment on my travels with Genosia, following a mildly strenuous encounter with one Dr. Lugay. However, I contend, Master Garot, that your martial meditation is as yet woefully inadequate.
You think me smashing skulls instead of ingots will somehow improve me forging instincts?
I guarantee it! In fact, until you triumph over this trial, I suspect the next rung of Mandeville mastery will forever remain beyond your reach. Not that I expect you to charge blindly into fisticuffs, nay, sir. I am prepared for you, the perfect opponent. General Sir, if you would be so kind as to join Master Garot at Windweft, I shall be with you momentarily.
I can already feel. I definitely need to take breaks from this.
The hammering continues, men for weapons.
Because Godbert's voice really rough on the vocal cords. So this will definitely be it for now. Once we finish up this quest.
Well, here I am. So where's me perfect opponent? Eager to begin, I say. Capital. Follow me and we can get this clarifying combat underway.
Uh-huh. This little mammoth?
A flimsy little mammoth? Now, I ain't a warrior, but feast your eyes on these corded arms. If this were a tavern brawl, the smart coin'd be on the smithy. As it should be. Which is why I've set this fellow's battle parameters to the maximum level.
Right then. Let's do this. A real Manderville mammoth. Tricky little.
I know what this calls for. A generous application of Manderville mandated lubrication.
Does it? The oiled muscles. Glistening. What did you just slather me with?
Only the finest Salamanderville, my good man. Feel it sink into your muscles and augment your natural prowess. 'Tis the oil of champions!
You know, I do feel oddly powerful. Well, you knocked him into the ground, but you also knocked yourself out. Look at that.
Ha! Take that, Tin Man!
What a rush. I've never wanted to forge Summit so badly. Is this that battle enlightenment you was on about?
The very same. In your heightened state of awareness, our enhancements are sure to be flawless.
Excuse me.
Sure to be flawless.
Then let's get to work. As before, your job is to bargain for meteorite chunks from Jabruna. Rowena knows to supply her with the chondrite we need. I'll head back and warm up the furnace.
Even at its weakest, watching my mammoth do battle is always a treat.
Of course you set it to its weakest settings and told him it was the strongest.
Yes, I actually had this axe-wielding gentleman set to his lowest parameters. And while the Salamanderville does stimulate circulation, it has no other special effects. The most daunting opponent, you say, is the prison of the mind. Even should the battle itself be a charade, the positive momentum one gains from prevailing in what was perceived to have been a mighty struggle is no less real. Now, if you would kindly see to the recurring of chondrite, I must attend to my part of the preparations.
Something tells me I don't have enough tomestones to get that chondrite. So we may have to postpone that. Chunks of complementary chondrite can be obtained from Jabruna at the Aetheryte Plaza at Razatan. You said complementary. You did say complimentary. Is it free? That'd be nice. Wait, what am I doing? Plaza. Jabruna.
It says complimentary. And yet it's 500 apiece. Yeah, I don't have enough.
Well, then that is where we're going to have to call it for today. Wild, wacky rides. And a new weapon. Which actually, I was just glancing at something. Yeah, it's not quite. It's very similar to my Dark Knight meter here. Similarly spiky and kind of shaped. It's a bit different though. But yeah. Wild stuff. So that is it for today. Trying to think how to do this. See, I do want to I don't want to just cut you off here and say you're not allowed to see any more of these wacky weaponsmithing adventures. But I won't be able to do much, considering, like, each quest is going to require materials, which is going to require another 1,500 tomestones, which takes time to accrue. So, yeah. And I can't exactly, like, work ahead on it. So, I might, like, do a quick segment of more Manderville weaponsmithing every once in a while. Like maybe once a week, little quick Manderville weapon adventure. And then back to doing something else. We'll see what we can do. But stick around. I will end the stream briefly. I'm gonna get some water and some tea, and then I'll be back. And we'll start up some demos. Alright? Got a lot of demos to get through. So I will be right back. See you then for the next mission.